Hey there, welcome back to the Lucas Narration podcast, where we uncover the most incredible stories from the depths of Reddit. I'm Lucas, your host, and I've got a story today that truly left me speechless. But before we jump into the juicy details, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast. Just hit that button and you're all set. Now grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's get into it. The story is from a Redditor named Andrew the Cat. He posted on the disus subreddit, sharing that he recently faced a typical and chronic problem in his relationship with his girlfriend. He doesn't know what to do in that situation and understandably made the mistake that ruined their relationship. My girlfriend, 28 female, wants to break up cause I, 30 male, bought the wrong chocolate. I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. My girlfriend and I have been together for almost 3 years now. Everything is going great and she's the love of my life. But today something weird happened. I told her I'm going to the grocery store to buy some stuff for the next few days. I asked her to send me a list on Messenger. We always do this so I don't forget anything important. I asked her multiple times if she needed anything to make sure we had everything at home and didn't have to go grocery shopping again tomorrow. She said she wanted chocolates. Fine. What flavor should I bring? Any flavor is fine. You know what I don't like, so just don't bring that. She sounded annoyed, which confused me, but I thought she was just in a bad mood. Went to the store, got all the stuff on the list, picked up some chocolates, and then headed home. When I got home, she asked where the chocolate was, and when I gave it to her, she exploded at me. I don't like caramel. How could you get such a simple thing wrong? Why did you ask if you didn't care about the answer? You're driving me crazy and I don't want to be with you anymore. I was flabbergasted. I tried to calm her down and have a conversation, but she stormed out and slammed the door. I want to give her space, but wow, what just happened? I sometimes got her chocolates with caramel and I don't remember her saying she doesn't like them. Can someone please explain what I did wrong? How should I approach her about this? Should I just let her be upset or go and talk to her? Many guys might relate to a situation like the one the OP faced. However, the girlfriend's reaction seems quite intense, stating she can't stand her boyfriend anymore, possibly leading to a breakup. In all honesty, the provided information isn't sufficient to determine if the girlfriend overreacted or if the OP relied too much on her without knowing her favorite flavor. The OP insists she's fine with caramel, not realizing that she actually dislikes it, repeatedly making this error. Let's dive into the comments to see what people are saying about this story. A Redditor named AdAcrobatic5971 believes this is not about the chocolate, clarifying. Okay, very clearly this isn't about the chocolates. I would bet good money that this is about several things. She feels like you don't care, aren't attentive, and don't particularly make much effort. She doesn't feel listened to, and after 3 years together, dude, you really should know that she doesn't like caramel. She feels like she has to explain everything to you like you're 5 and you don't listen or do anything independently, so the fact that she couldn't even rely on you to just buy the correct chocolate without having to micromanage you over it was the straw that broke the camel's back. Another Redditor named FaintestGem agreed and added on. Second point absolutely nails it. I asked her multiple times if she needed anything to make sure we had everything at home. She's already annoyed when he asks what flavor of chocolate because she's had to micromanage an adult human that should be able to make grocery decisions by himself. He is fully capable of checking the pantry, asking one time if she needs anything, and making a list himself before he leaves the house. On top of that, he's known her for 3 years. He's bought her caramel before and doesn't remember she doesn't like it? Has to ask specifically what to get? I'd be annoyed too. Redditor with an account called ToadsMGoats77 shared the same thoughts, saying, exactly. I'd be so annoyed if I had to send a grocery list to my partner. Like, you're an adult, mate, why am I taking on the mental load alone here? Meanwhile, a Redditor named Desperation128 came to share a different view. She said, my husband and I have been together for 6 years. I still have him send me the grocery list when I go to the store or ask if I need to pick anything else up. It's not about taking on the mental load, it's making sure you get everything needed. Another Redditor, Sanch86, agreed, saying, my husband can go to the store without asking me for a list and will surprise me with my favorite candy, a face mask, and a hair clip because he noticed my current one was broken. That's why he got upgraded to husband. It seems like most people believe OP relies on his girlfriend's decision too much, which may cause his problem. The OP came back to make it clear on some points. I asked her to write the list because she spends more time at home than I do, so I assumed she knows better what we need for the house. Some days I work 12-hour shifts and can't remember everything we need. I don't remember her explicitly saying that she hates caramel, but I will keep it in mind for next time. I didn't buy her a chocolate that she hates on purpose. I'm not a passive-aggressive person. I do chores around the house, but because she's working from home most days, she does more of the chores as well. I have to travel to work every day, so we made an agreement about the chores and she was okay with it. Yes, sometimes I forget things, but it's nothing malicious. I don't think that makes me a horrible boyfriend. I also always ask her if she wants me to get her anything. What would she like to eat if she needs anything at all? I care about her a lot. Yes, she's on her period right now. He keep writing his second edit because of a lot of assumptions in the comments. She doesn't do all the housework alone. I do 40% of the chores and she does 60%. I work 10-hour shifts 6 days/week while she works 5-hour shifts 4 days/week. We agreed to split the chores this way and it works for us. I mentioned her period because people asked about it in the comments. Nobody blamed anything on her period. It was just an answer to some questions. She experiences strong PMS symptoms during most of her periods and is waiting to see a specialist about it. Unfortunately, it takes a few months to get an appointment with them. I don't remember her saying she hates caramel. She eats Snickers bars with caramel in it, so I thought she'd be okay with it, lol. I know her favorite flowers, perfume, McDonald's order, and how to make her favorite smoothies, etc. But running a business can be stressful and I can't remember everything, so I do forget small things sometimes. She also prefers to do things her own way, so I ask her multiple times about certain things to make sure she's happy. I feel like a lot of people replying to this post are projecting past bad experiences or annoyances onto our relationship. I mean, of course you can't fit a whole relationship history into one Reddit post and strangers won't know our dynamics, but I'm not sure where all this frustration and hostility is coming from. I might have come to the wrong place for advice. Thank you for the level-headed responses. I'll wait for her to calm down and come to me. Hopefully we can talk everything through. Let's check out comments from Reddit community to see what people think about the story. A Redditor named Maricopa888 carefully shared the opinion, saying, "Clearly, this isn't about chocolates. There's something else behind it and you need to find out what it is. Also, this doesn't excuse her outburst. For her to react like that, she's been dealing with something, but she didn't communicate any of it to you. Communication is the key to everything in a relationship." While a Redditor named Dotterofjan made it clear to the point. "I know what it is. After 3 years, he should know what she likes. The fact that he doesn't shows her he does not love her. Just like a million other things he does or does not do. It's not about the chocolates. It's about your partner feeling seen and heard and loved." A Reddit account, Fralian Ronya, said, "Something tells me that in fact it is not going great. Maybe for Op, but not for his girlfriend. Being unable to go shopping for things that are needed in the house where Op is living without making sure that his girlfriend is to blame if something is missing via asking multiple times instead of thinking on his own and taking responsibility might play a role in it. If I had a boyfriend that needs to be treated like a toddler and isn't a partner and on top isn't even able to do one simple task that shows that he cares and knows about my likes and dislike. Yeah, I would have stormed out as well." Going ahead, another Redditor P00Pknife commented, "You're 30 and still asking your girlfriend for a list of groceries in a house that you, presumably, also live in? Asking her to confirm if she wants anything else, sure, but asking her to write the whole list every time? Why don't you guys write the list together before you go to the store instead of you relying on her for it? Do you know what her favorite chocolate is even? If she said not to get something she wouldn't like, why would you not just get her favorite then? I'm sure after 3 years together you should know her go-tos. I think you should read up on weaponized incompetence and decide on whether you like your girlfriend enough to grow up or let her leave." A Redditor named dark_skin_Keisha shared the sympathy with Opie, saying, "You all couldn't have read the edit. There is no way. I refuse to believe. If you guys have read the edit before you commented, then I pray for your husbands. All these comments, especially yours, make relationships sound horrible. This is coming from a woman. As a single woman, I didn't even know asking your partner for a grocery list is a crime. He works significantly more work than her. After a 12-hour shift, of course, he may not remember what's in the pantry. Honestly, in my opinion, he's great for even going grocery shopping after a 12-hour shift when she works a measly 5-hour shift and she doesn't even do the house chores by herself. A 60/40th split of house chores when he works 7 more hours than her 5 days out of the week while he works an extra day too. SHE should be doing the grocery shopping. You all are setting him up to be a doormat. She's not pulling her weight in my opinion. SHE needs to step up and do the grocery shopping for now on and cool it down with the attitude because she could be single and do 100% of everything if she doesn't like it. including working more than 25 hours per week because she surely can't pay rent and bills by herself off that unless she has one of those extremely high-paying jobs. Another Redditor Nay40 agrees. I wish people would stop blaming it on her PMS and blame it on her not being able to communicate. If she wanted something specific, she should have asked for it. He's not to blame, and it's unfair for everyone to do so. He worked 12 hours and went grocery shopping and asked what was needed. I'm out of my house from 5:45 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and when I go to the market sometimes I forget what's needed. I hate these double standards sometimes because they never give men the benefit of the doubt. She needs to communicate or she can go shopping herself, especially since she's home more than he is. A Reddit account No Pants No Worries adds, she works 20 hours a week from home. He works 60 hours a week and has travel time as well. It's quite reasonable that a person after a 10-hour shift asks the person who works 5 hours at home or has the entire day off what is needed. While Redditor Sanch86 share the same opinion. My husband can go to the store without asking me for a list and will surprise me with my fave candy, a face mask and a hair clip because he noticed my current one was broken. Woman tipping hand, that's why he got upgraded to husband. A person named the Goat Sama shares the neutral idea, saying, Reddit can be really hit or miss. There are a lot of really bitter people on here and there are a lot of very well-informed people. The problem is when people would rather point the finger because they didn't get to in the past, so they're pointing it at you. Clearly this isn't about the chocolates. I think people have that right. She's frustrated about something and nobody knows what it is and she may not even know. Chances are likely she does though. She just hasn't been heard or feels like you haven't made enough of a change. What's clear is that she has expectations and those expectations haven't been met. Her reaction may be warranted but shouldn't be condoned. Blowing up on your partner is not a great way to communicate needs and wants. If she's gotten to the point of expressing that she doesn't want to be with you anymore, it might be time to move on. That isn't the first time she's thought that. I agree that there may be something behind that we don't know. But we all agree that a good relationship must be built by sharing and sympathy. He may miss the information that she doesn't like somewhere and repeat the mistake by misunderstanding she's okay with this. He needs her list because he cares for his girlfriend. How a 30-year-old businessman can't take his own shopping list. I don't think all of them are problems. He works a lot and misses something sometimes, it's normal. Then Opie came for his last update, saying, another update after my last update. Not sure how many people will see this, but for some reason I'm getting requests for an update all of a sudden. After my last post, my girlfriend blew up again and threw a whole pizza on the floor because she got upset. This was it for me. I can't tolerate her outbursts, especially after a 12-hour workday. She also refuses to take on any more responsibilities around the house and doesn't want to work more hours. I even offered her a job at my company, but she refused. I'm heartbroken, but she doesn't want to change anything and sorry doesn't cut it anymore. She's in the middle of moving out. Probably not the most positive update you were looking for. Let's see more people share their thoughts. A Redditor named Winter Yogurt 9870 comments. This reminds me of the tuna sandwich case that was here on Reddit a couple of days ago. In that story, the girlfriend did not break up with that guy simply because of the sandwich, but because that guy was a man-child and that tuna sandwich was a last straw. She was also allergic to seafood and he should have known by that time, couple of years together. Anyhow, I wonder if this could be a similar scenario. Another Redditor Jayhawk444 says, it comes down to two options. She has told you this before and you weren't listening. There is a stereotype that men tune out when women talk, and I've found that stereotype to be true, though I'm not saying you did that. But it's possible. Or, she has talked about it in general with other people but hasn't communicated that directly to you and she expects you to know somehow. You have to figure out which one it is. Either she needs to learn to communicate better or you need to learn to listen better. It could be a combination of both. And a person named throwra_no_1 says, let her cool down and then ask her if she really wants to break up. If she doesn't, then you guys need to go to couples therapy. It sounds like she has a lot of issues with you that you maybe don't know about. I'm guessing that she feels drained by conversations like the one above. Redditor Divinativore thinks, so I think we can all agree she didn't try to break up with you because of chocolates. I think this was just a breaking point for her. During those 3 years, did you have any repeating arguments? Maybe something in the lines of you not listening to her or paying attention to her or taking interest in her. This sounds like there's been a problem in your relationship that repeats itself over and over again without addressing/resolving it properly. And she's had enough, so when you bought the wrong chocolate she snapped. You should examine your relationship in more detail to see what the actual problem is. Maybe couples counseling would help. If you can't think of what the problem could be, they could teach both of you how to communicate and resolve issues better. Redditor inner_at5786 even thinks that she's cheating and her other man just got a raise or a new car or something. This makes women lash out at their trusty provider man and make him the unsuspecting villain. Ignore the chumps on this thread that blame you for your list-making skills or for being a decent guy or whatever. It has nothing to do with the chocolate. Of course, his girlfriend doesn't want it and she can be mad at him, but she should later sympathize and forgive him. Redditor Sarisa BTS shared, I live with my sister. I remember all her preferences. She remembers none of mine and gets irritated if I say something when she buys the wrong thing. It gets old living with someone who can't bother to remember the most basic things about what you like. She actually says that she doesn't have the spare bandwidth to remember things about other people, then wonders why she has no friends. I would love to know the girlfriend's version of the story. Redditor Chamdouther claims, people are giving the OP a lot of trouble, which I am not sure is fair. I think we cannot know some things with this limited info. Asking for a list could happen for many reasons. Maybe he is being careless and doesn't contribute to the home as some people are saying, but he clearly is going to the store, which is contributing. Maybe she is very particular about what is bought and he is not as much. Maybe it is her turn to cook. Seriously, there are many options, so I don't think it is fair to extrapolate, especially negatively when we don't know their dynamic or his mindset. As far as her reaction, there could be a few things going on. Maybe she is just feeling very emotional and it all came bubbling up. Maybe she is feeling like he doesn't pay attention to her in other areas and this is just another confirmation of that. Maybe she is testing him. Honestly, that is what it sounds like to me, especially since he asked what flavor she wanted and she refused to answer. And I don't think testing usually leads to a healthy relationship. Perhaps she has a fearful, avoidant attachment style and was looking for a way to push him away. But people on the internet can't tell. I hope you can talk to her and get to the bottom of it. If it really is just that she is out of sorts, then no worries, but perhaps this could be the catalyst for couples counseling or at least deeper conversations about how to connect and meet each other's needs better. I'm sorry to hear about OP's updated news. He's working long hours and sometimes he misses stuff. Totally relatable. I can understand where the girlfriend's coming from. She has the right to be upset. But who knows, maybe she'll forgive him down the line. We all mess up, right? These kinds of slip-ups shouldn't be deal breakers. They both deserve a bit of forgiveness and understanding for whatever went down. They've decided to part ways, made their choices, and now it's time to move on. Life's about learning from the past and making a brighter future. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. A massive thank you from the depths of my heart for being a part of today's story. Your love, support, and time are genuinely invaluable to me. It's always a pleasure having you here. Now it's time to bid farewell, but fear not, it won't be for too long. If you had a good time hanging out, consider hitting that subscribe button and maybe give the notification bell a gentle nudge. That way you'll be the first to know when I'm back with more captivating Reddit tales. Until next time, take care. Bye for now.